Phlogiston burning is quite a fine art. Phlogiston burning is quite a fine art.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Phlogiston burning is quite a fine art.
What could the children be up to?
Quite a fine art.
Never mind. Let them do as they please.
Phlogiston burning is quite a fine art.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Phlogiston burning is quite a fine art.
Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. so hard. Wow. Like, shit.
再構成します。装填。
月のように永遠な権限。
清掃を開始します。
邪悪を狩り打つ。
福育の語り。
Oh yeah, I definitely like the Japanese more. Sounds so much better.
やっ影を打つ。
再構成します。
キャッ
ドリフト。管理します。
I may need... Shit, I actually may need to bring a shielder or something because this boss hits hard.
清掃を開始。
やっやっやっ貫こう。ここより登ると。
Okay. That boss hits hard. Wow. Like...
Oira だぞ。この音量でいいのか？ちゃんと聞こえるよな。
Okay. Let's, go over here.
.ようこそチオリアへ。それ。霧となって散りなさい。再構成します。
キャックス。
かかれ。急がなくてもいいのよ。糸よ、工作せえ。絹のような弱さね。
月のように永遠な権限。
次。
Yeah, we just, we needed like a sort of support type character. You're finally free, huh? They finally let you go. It's crazy. Finally let you go. For now. Yeah, for now they let you go for now. Never know. When it comes to the Capra, just don't know.
管理します福育の語り
Especially since you're like public number enemy 1.
どの目が出る
ここより登る
Also, like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know why I was using English in the first place.
私が定義
Like, I must be crazy, right?
清掃を開始します
I should have been using...
間違えたよ
Wow, okay. I should have been using Japanese. It's just so much superior.
やっはっやっ
Like, this entire time, I don't know why I was even using the...
管理します
You know, no. I started using... Okay. I'll say what I'm going to say after this. First, I gotta kill this dumb boss. Then I'll say what I'm going to say.
我に光いい反応でしょうやっ
Wow.
落ちる
Okay. So, what I was going to say is when I started playing Genshin, at the time, there was no, I would say, drama. There was no drama with any of the English voice actors. It was all peachy. Everything was fine. And it went like that for a good couple years, like for like almost 4 years, no issues, right? So, like, I grew accustomed to using the dub. I'm just gonna say dub. I'm just gonna call it dub, what it is. I grew accustomed to using dub because it wasn't bad. Actually, it was not bad. Like, they did a pretty solid job. What made me switch from the dub to the Japanese was all the drama with the English voice actors, like the constant drama with them. Like, and then Hoyo kept replacing them, you know. So, while, like, because, well, they're I would say just their choices alone. They chose they made their choices. They, like, you know, they were under contract and they knew that, okay, they can say certain things. When you're under contract by a company, you gotta know what to say and not to say. You gotta know what to do, what not to do, because there is a fine line. And there are things you can do and say without getting in trouble. But some of these voice actors clearly didn't know what they couldn't say. So, like, constantly having, like, a character get replaced. Like, so, let's say you like the English voice actor, right? And they were pretty good. They made the character sound, like, good. Gave them personality, right? But then they got replaced, right? Or they replaced that English voice actor. I got tired of it, and I was like, all the drama with it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to switch over to Japanese, to sub. Because there's no drama with the Japanese at all. Like, there's zero drama. There's no bullshit going on. Like I just want to play my game. I just want to play the game and be like, oh, okay, like no drama, no oh crap, you know. Like I'm here to play the game. But if they're constantly replacing the voice actors because of all the drama, then yeah, like just switch to Japanese. At least you know, like they aren't going to get replaced. Also, like I just realized, did you actually know that Mavoka? Okay, so did you know that the Japanese voice actor for Fei Xiao in Star Rail is the same voice actor for Mavoka, the Pyro Archon? Also, did you know that the Japanese voice actor also not only voices Fei Xiao in Mavoka, but she has also voiced Beatrix from the Beatrix the maid, you know, like the maid from the Overlord. Well, yeah, she voiced Beatrix in from Overlord, and then she actually voiced like a lot of other characters. I think she also voiced a character from Jutsu no Kaisen. I didn't even know that. Like, this is why Japanese sub is superior. Because they are goated. Like, they actually, like, choose really fucking good voice actors. I'm actually curious, like, who the other Japanese, like, the other characters, you know, like, who the other voice actors for the Japanese, you know, voice.
そのように私の瞳をじっと見つめるのはやめた方がいい。何を見てしまうとも。
Also, Arlecchino actually sounds like pretty goated in Japanese.
オイラだぞ。この音量でいいのか？ちゃんと聞こえるよな。
Do you play in sub or dub? I used to play in dub. I used to be playing dub, but then I got tired. I got tired of them constantly replacing the voice actors for characters, like over and over, like just like replacing, you know, them. And I switched to sub. But each to their own. There is only one anime. There is only one anime in all of anime existent. Whether it's gaming, whether it's anime. There's only one anime that is superior to the sub. And this isn't an opinion. This is facts. This is straight up facts. And that is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the only anime that will remotely come close to being superior or even more superior to the sub. There has been no anime that has done what Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has done. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is goated, okay? It is goated. It is a goated anime. Sorry, not even close. Not even a close comparison. The sub will always be superior for Dragon Ball Z. The dub does not even touch. Nah. The dub does not even touch the sub when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. At all. You are smoking something if you even think that Dragon Ball Z dub touches the sub. Like, if you're going to sit there and be like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z dub is better than the sub, there's something wrong. Like, and I'm going to tell you straight up that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub is superior to Dragon Ball Z dub. Bruh. It is not even, not even close. Not even close. You are literally smoking something. Dragon Ball Z sub is better than the dub. Miles better. If it wasn't for dub DBZ anime, bro, like, Dragon Ball Z was already popular before the dub. Dragon Ball Z was already popular. Like, Dragon Ball Z is the top, one of the 3 top animes in all of Shonen. Okay, you got One Piece, you got Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the pinnacle of anime. It was popular. The dub had nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z even being popular at all. Okay? Dragon Ball Z is popular all the way over in Japan. In Japan, Dragon Ball Z is popular. Dragon Ball Z would have been popular over here. Dragon Ball Z was popular in the West. Bruh. It is not. Dragon Ball Z popularity is not because of the dub. The dub has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z even being popular. In anime, the only anime that has a superior dub is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Dragon Ball Z dub does not even touch Full Metal. And if you think that, like, Dragon Ball Z dub even comes close to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's dub, you are completely wrong. Bruh. Where did Toriyama said that, oh yeah, Dragon Ball Z is popular because of the dub? Where did he ever say that? He has never said, oh yeah, it's because the dub anime made Dragon Ball Z popular. He has never fucking said that. Yeah, it is. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is really the only anime with a superior dub. I am going to stand by this. I'm going to say that when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, the sub is superior in every way possible. Any anime, any actual anime fan, any person who likes anime knows that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and anybody who has an actual fucking brain, okay? Like, any person who actually has a brain and is actually, like, has some form of intelligence will be like, yeah, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub is superior. There's no anime that I have come across that remotely touches Full Metal Brotherhood when it comes to dub. Because every anime that I have watched, the dub has always been trash. That's just how it is. The dub has always been trash in anime. The sub, there is a reason that more people like the sub than the dub. More people would prefer sub over dub when it comes to anime. And you know why? Because it's not as good than sub. When I'm hearing dub, it feels like I'm hearing the voice actors just read off a script. Like they're looking at a script and they're just like reading it with no emotion behind it. There's no emotion, there's no like, feeling behind it. It's like they're just reading a script, that's it. But when I watch an anime in sub, it's like, shit, yeah, they are actually giving the character emotion, feeling, personality. That's why I say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I have watched the sub and dub in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I will always stand by this no matter what. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was the one anime where I can say that it was superior in dub. I would say it was even better than the sub, because Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like, I don't know who they chose, what voice actor they chose for the dub, but man, those voice actors, they gave the characters feeling, emotion. They really went all out. They actually genuinely cared. But a lot of animes, like for example, Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is an example of a terrible dub. Oh my. Oh boy. Sword Art Online dub. There's no words to describe how bad that shit is. It's like hearing somebody like look at a piece of paper and just are saying words. First of all, like, I'm not saying Dragon Ball Z dub is bad. I'm saying it's not superior to the sub. That's what I'm saying. The sub is superior to the dub of Dragon Ball Z, no matter how you put it, no matter what you say. I'm not saying the dub is bad, but it's nowhere near as good as the sub. It's nowhere near as good as Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub. If you were to tell me to put Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub side by side with Dragon Ball Z dub and ask me which one is better, I would choose Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And if anybody else said otherwise, they are smoking some crack. You are smoking something. Like, right there, you do not know, like, what you're talking about. It's like you're just talking out of your ass at that point, being like, oh yeah, I like the dub Dragon Ball Z better because I just like Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't, like, I like Dragon Ball Z, but I will never ever say that the dub of DBZ is better than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub. Ever. You gotta realize, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood not only was a good anime, but it was an anime that didn't need to be long. It was an anime that, like, had only 64 episodes. And for an anime that had only 64 episodes, it cemented itself in the history books of anime. It put itself right there. It put itself at the top of anime because it didn't even need to have 100 episodes. It doesn't need to be a One Piece, okay? It doesn't need to be a One Piece. It doesn't need to be a Bleach. It doesn't need to have 300 episodes, okay? To be good. Bro, if I like bro, I have watched DBZ in dub and sub. And them screaming in sub and going into Super Saiyan is so much more better. It is so much more better. What the fuck you're talking about? You didn't have sub back then. No, sub did exist. What are you talking about? Be like, we don't have fucking sub. Sub has been around for a long time. Anime is not Western. It is Japanese. They will hire Japanese voice actors. Bruh, there was sub. There was sub. I don't know what you're talking about. There was sub back in the day. Bruh. Okay, first of all, I knew about sub as a kid. I don't know where you were, but you can't speak for all kids, man. You ain't speaking for me, fam. I knew about sub. Any smart kid knows about fucking sub. I'm saying no one watched the sub. I'm pretty sure you're wrong on that. I'm 100% sure you're wrong with that. That's like saying nobody watched the sub. That's like saying, like, there are millions of people that like anime. There's millions of people who like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is so popular. It is one of the top 3 animes. It is one of the top 3 in Shonen Jump. Okay? You remember Shonen Jump magazine? You remember the Shonen Jump magazine? It always what? It had Bleach, One Piece. No, it had Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece. Man, I don't know where you're getting your like anime history from, where you getting your information from, but Dragon Ball Z. Why do you think every other anime? The big 3 is Bleach. And oh shit, that's funny. That's funny. No. Dragon Ball Z is in a class of its own. It's not even in the top 3. It is at the pinnacle. It is at the top. Okay? It is like it's above One Piece. It's above Naruto. It's above Bleach. Did you know that they canceled Bleach? Did you know that Shonen Jump? If you know your anime history, I'm about to spit some history onto you. Did you know that Shonen Jump rushed Bleach? They wanted to end Bleach. They didn't see any potential in Bleach. They saw Bleach as sort of like just another anime. That's what Bleach was to Shonen Jump. It wasn't a Naruto to them. It was not a One Piece to them. It was not a Dragon Ball Z to them. Shonen Jump cut Bleach off. They ended Bleach. That's why Bleach had a kind of sad ending. Yeah, no, DBZ. I don't know where you're getting your information, man. You are getting all your information wrong, and like that's like if you go tell Dragon Ball Z diehard fans and you go into a forum or Reddit or anything or YouTube comment and you say, yeah, Dragon Ball Z was not popular. It was not the big 3. It wasn't up there. Bleach was more popular than DBZ. You go say that shit. Go say that, okay? go say that DBZ is more popular than Bleach. They will laugh. They will laugh at your face and call you stupid. Bleach was not popular, more popular than DBZ. Not by a long shot, okay? I understand what you're saying. It is not top 3. It is in a league of its own. So your wording is kind of wrong. Like, if you had to say, like, the top 4 animes, the number 1 anime was DBZ. Hands down, that's what it is. Yeah, okay, so like, yes, Show and Jump, the top 3, but they put Dragon Ball Z was in a league of its own. It wasn't even considered to be top 3. You know what it was considered to be? It was top number 1. DBZ was top number 1. It was far above what Bleach, Naruto, what One Piece was. To this day, people look at DBZ, and all these other animes try to be DBZ. Or like look at One Punch Man, right? Like every anime today sort of pits itself against DBZ, and then you got other communities saying, "Oh, this new anime character can solo DBZ." So every time a new anime comes out, they're trying to be DBZ. And then you got anime fans being like, this character's stronger than Goku, or stronger than Beerus or something. That's what anime does. Like, that's what all these animes are trying to do. They're trying to be better than Dragon Ball Z. But it comes down to this. It comes down to one important thing. The whole crux of the conversation is that sub is superior. But in certain cases, the dub is better. Very, very rare. And I will stand by this. I will die on this hill. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is the only good dub anime. I'm sorry, it is the only good dub anime that is actually worth mentioning. Like, there's no anime that can touch Fullmetal in dub. You know, no anime comes close to being as good as Fullmetal when it comes to dub. And that's just not an opinion. I am sorry to say this. That's not a fucking opinion. That's a fucking fact. Like, I'm not saying that there are other animes that, like, can be good in dub. I'm not. But, is it better than Fullmetal? No. Is it better than a lot of Japanese animes that is sub? No. Is it bad? Some are bad. Well, a lot are bad. And some are good. If you were to tell me that Sword Art Online dub is good, if you were to sit here and say straight to my face that Sword Art Online has a good dub, I will look you in your face and tell you, what are you smoking? Oh no, like, I played. Okay, so here's the thing. I like SAO dub. Okay. Cool. Cool. Uh. Okay. Um. Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, you do you. Okay. That's all I can say. You do you. Okay. Like. Um. I liked Genshin in dub. Like, I played Genshin in dub since the launch of this game. I I switched from dub to sub because I got tired of the English voice actors and their bullshit. They're constant replacing. Like, Hoyo kept replacing them. Now, you can't say that, oh, it's Hoyo's fault, right? No. It's the English voice actors' fault, okay? Like, like they made their bed. They chose their bed. Um, when, yeah. So, I got to the point where it's like, you keep replacing these voice actors, and then you got these voice actors coming in. They keep starting up drama. They keep trying to stir the pot and doing all of this, and be like, bro, just keep your politics out of this shit, okay? Keep all of your drama out of it. People just want to play the game and have fun. That's what we are doing. We just want to get on, play the game. But when we get on and we hear a different voice actor, because you gotta realize, when you grow accustomed to a character, you know, to a voice actor voicing that character, right? And you'll be like, yeah, I like this voice actor. They are good. But then they get changed, you know, or something happens, or all of that, right? And then you get on and be like, why does the character sound different? It doesn't sound as good, right? Like, that's basically what it is. It's like, oh. So, it's sort of, it feels like a downgrade. It feels like, you know, the voice actor before gave the character good personality. Now, this new voice actor isn't as good. So I just want consistency. That's what I want. I want consistency. I want to be like, okay, you know what? I don't gotta worry about any drama. I don't gotta worry about, okay, this character, you know, voice actor getting replaced. At least in sub, I don't gotta worry about that. And in sub, the voice actors are actually pretty good. Like, they're actually good. So that's my whole take on the whole dub versus sub. And one last thing I'm gonna say is that if you like dub in anime, I'm not gonna knock you for it. I ain't gonna knock you for it. But just remember, you know, that if you say that dub is superior, well, you better bring some facts to the table. You better bring some heavy facts. You better give me a legitimate you better give me a legitimate reason of why you think dub is superior than sub. You better be like, you know, this is why I think this is better than that, right? Just like I gave you a reason, I gave you the facts of why Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood dub is more superior to the sub. While the sub is good, the dub is better because the voice actors, I felt they brought more emotion, they brought more depth to the character. They like if you actually watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in both dub and sub, you will know what I mean. You will know what I'm talking about. No, I don't think the Attack on Titan dub is equal to the sub. the sub is better. Miles better. I'm not saying that the dub is bad, but it's not equal. It is not nowhere close to being equal. Like I have seen both the dub and sub. I have watched both dub and sub, and the dub does not feel. It doesn't feel good to me. I go and watch the sub, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this feels a lot better.
いや絹のような弱さね。痛がっちゃいない。いや清掃を開始します。もっと慎重に。
権限
福育の語り。嗅覚が鈍くなってきました。ほっいやせい
月のように永遠なる。
I could have been finished with this boss by now.
Yep.
I could have been finished with this boss, but you know, Scoot, Papa Scoot over here is having a cat bro moment. Like, big cat bro moment. Of course. Of course I'm messing up your name. I'm gonna call you Papa Shoe. No, I'm saying it how Capbro says it. Capbro calls you Papa Shoe, so I'm calling you Papa Shoe. So, you know, blame Capbro.
火が消えるよ。紅に染まって散りなさい。捕まえた。急がな手伝って。
さて反撃の時間だ。やっ
Wow, we actually died. We died. See, I was like I was like distracted. I kind of wish I had this much in Star Rail. Like, look at that. I have 37,000 Primo Gems. I wish I had 37,000 Jades in Star Rail. Like, 233 pools. Why can't I have 233 pools in Star Rail? Like, come on. Like, where did all my pools go? In Star Rail. Grind the game. You know what? Yeah, that's what it is. It's because I have played Genshin longer, and I basically have, like, I don't gotta summon for a lot of You know what I like about Genshin is that I have played it longer, but I feel like I don't gotta summon for characters because I feel like even older characters can still, you know, older characters still have relevance. You know, I don't really have to like pull for every new meta character in Genshin. Unlike Star Rail, and this is what I don't like about Star Rail, is I feel like they come out with the character that breaks the game so badly that the meta revolves around that character or that team or that comp, and it's like then they make content so hard that it's like, okay, trying to use the older characters in Star Rail is not a very enjoyable experience because it's like if you don't got these new characters, right, then you're kind of going to struggle. You're going to struggle. Look at Sealy. Sealy in Star Rail is so forgotten. She is a character that was once good, but now is sort of like, you know, not relevant. But in Genshin, like, a character from 4 years ago still has relevance. Heck, this 4-star right here, this 4-star Rosary, she has more relevance than Sealy. Like, for real, a 4-star is better than Sealy, which is a 5-star character. Half of the 4-star characters in Genshin are better than some 5-star character in Star Rail. Star Rail has a problem. This is Star Rail's problem. Power creep. Too much power creep. That's the problem. Like, I like Star Rail. I like the game. But the power creep is too strong. Like, so I think they kind of need to, like, either A, give the older characters some kind of buff. Okay? Like, if you don't continue making content that is just going to, like, sort of power creep older characters. Yeah, as I was saying before Zhongli started saying some shit. If you're going to make content in Star Rail that's going to just power creep the shit out older 5-star characters, then what you need to do is give them a buff. Do something. It's not unknown for a game to buff older characters. But something, they are either just slow down on power creep or either A, give them buff. 2, either B, slow down on power creep, or either C, make content that will sort of make the older characters relevant. Be like, yeah, I want to use this character, or this character will be better than this character. But something needs to be done because in Genshin, I feel like I don't gotta pull on every character. I don't gotta pull on every banner character. I don't gotta be like, oh, I need this character because I need to be able to do this content, or I need to do this. How are they buffing? Please, how are they buffing old characters through the content, bruh? Like, have you seen the mock? Like, have you seen mock? Have you seen Apocalypse? First of all, we already know that follow-up is superior. We already talked about this, okay? They focus too much on follow-up as a meta. Like, you know, the dot team is to hell. The dot team is only surviving because of Acheron and Kafka. Acheron, Kafka, Black Swan, they're carrying the dot team, okay? Break team is only surviving because of Firefly, okay? Firefly is carrying break team, okay? Follow up, you are going to use Topaz, you're going to use Fei Xiao, you're going to use Robin, okay? you're going to use these characters. Follow-up will always be good because they are focusing too hard on follow-up. And this is where the power creep comes in. If you don't got Fei Xiao, well then, you're just kind of fucked in some ways, you know. Yeah, you will still be able to do it because, well, they like I said, they focus too much on follow-up. And so they are, of course, they're going to buff follow-up. So the content, when I say they need to focus on making older units relevant, I mean every unit, not just one meta, not just one type of team. And they seem to focus a lot on follow-up. Like, look at Robin. Robin, you throw Robin in follow-up team, right? If you got Robin, okay. If you don't got Robin, you're going to use Rune Mei, okay? You're going to use Rune Mei just for the extra damage and the break and all of that. Point is that can you... A lot of the older characters are kind of shafted. Look at Jinyu Li, right? Jinyu Li, she's good, but where do you really see people use her? Like, unless you have an E6 Jinyu Li. If you got an E6, well, then, okay, yeah. Of course she's going to be better. But characters like Jinyu Li, Sealy, Jin Yuwing. I probably butcher his name, but the point is, I feel like older characters, they need to do something. That's the point. Jinyu Li is dead if you don't got E6. If you got E6, if you got an E6 Jinyu Li, well, she's not dead. Because E6 Jinyu Li is going to carry hard. But if she's like E0, yeah, she kind of dead. That's what I mean. Older characters are kind of dead. Because the power creep is too hard. That's why I like Genshin. I like the approach Genshin takes. They don't make the content too hard. They don't make the content like to the point where like, okay, it makes older characters not relevant. Because even characters from 4 years are still relevant. Heck, I could still go in to Abyss and use Rosary, right? Who's been out since the dawn of time. Like literally, she's been out like since the release of the game, like 4 years. I could go in and use any 4-star character. I could go in with a 4-star team and be fine if I wanted to. If I really wanted to, I could do it. So when it comes to the approach of power creep, the Genshin team takes it differently from the Star Rail team. The Genshin team, people may give Genshin a lot of flack, but I like their approach. I like be like, okay, you want to use like a character from 4 years ago, you want to use a 5-star character from 3 or 4 years ago, you can still use that character in the harder content. Heck, you can throw them in with the newer characters, right? And they work great. They work fine. They are still great. They're still good. They're still viable. I wish that the Star Rail team would take that same approach. Because the problem with Star Rail is they're coming out with characters too fast. The meta is, the power creep is, yes, there's power creep. People may say that there's not a power creep in Star Rail, but there is. So they keep coming out with 5-star characters that keeps breaking the game. They keep coming out with these characters that are like just so broken that it's like, okay, it starts to make older characters not relevant. It starts to push the older characters further down. And so then you're thinking, why did I pull this character? Why do I even have this character on my account? Because now it's like, if I want to do this content, it's going to be harder for me because this character isn't as good, isn't as relevant. So there's a problem with Star Rail, that I feel like that they should address or kind of like change something. I don't, like, me personally, here's the thing. I don't want to feel like, okay, I want to pull for characters I like, right? I don't care about the meta. I want to pull characters because I like their character. I like their design. I like their gameplay. That's what it's about for me. But if I can't do the harder content because, oh, you know, it's so hard that this character that I want to use isn't really going to be that great in it. I'm going to struggle with this character or struggle with this team because, well, because the new content is more focused on newer characters. So then I look and be like, oh, this new character makes it a lot easier. So then that kind of puts players in a tight spot unless you're a whale. If you're a whale, you don't got any problems, you're fine. But if you're like a free-to-play player or even a light spender, you're going to sort of be like, it's going to kind of force you to be picky on who you pull for, who you waste your jades on. And now you're sort of in a spot of being like, yeah, I want to pull for this older character, right? But they aren't as good as this new character. And even though you don't really like that new character, right? You're going to be like, in your mind, be like, okay, like, let me pull this new character so I can do the content easier, right? I can make it easier on myself. So then it sort of it takes away the freedom of giving players the option to pull who they want to pull, because now they gotta be like, shit, I gotta fucking focus on the meta. I gotta like be like, yeah, I gotta pull this character because it's meta, because it's gonna make it easier. But I wanted to pull this character, but they aren't as good, and it's gonna make it harder for me. In Genshin, I don't gotta worry about that shit. Because in Genshin, I can pull any character I want. I don't gotta worry about no meta. I don't gotta sweat no meta. And people may say, oh yeah, Genshin is a kid's game. Genshin is easy. Yeah, I like that shit. I like it that it's easy because as somebody who spends some money, they're giving me the option. They're giving me the freedom to decide who I want to pull. I don't gotta pull for meta. I can pull because I like the character, because they're fun, because I like their design, or I like their story, or I like their personality, or I just like their gameplay, right? I'm not focused on the meta. I think Star Rail kind of needs to take that approach. They need to stop focusing more on the meta and focusing on be like, okay, you know, we know that lots of people are casual, right? Lots of people are, you know, either light spenders or more free to play, right? They don't want to really have to focus on the meta too much. So let's kind of tone down the content, right? Let's kind of give older characters more relevance, right? Let's kind of give them that freedom to sort of choose who they want to pull, and while not worrying about, oh, they can't do the harder content. I'm not saying make the game harder. I'm not saying make the game easier. No, 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 no. I'm not saying that at all. I still think that the game does need to be hard, but not too hard where it focuses on pushing away older characters or pushing away the people's freedom to sort of decide who they want to pull, and they don't gotta worry too much about meta. Because then when you kind of start to focus too much on harder content or focus too much on meta and power creep, it kind of starts to like sort of leave a sour taste in people's mouth. Especially light spenders or especially free to play players, sort of leaves not a good taste in their mouth. So that's kind of my whole take of how Genshin and Star Rail kind of takes the approach differently, and this is where Genshin kind of like does better at it, while they, while I'm still saying that Abyss is still hard. It's not too hard. It's not to the point where it's like you can't use, you can use every character. In Abyss, every character is good, no matter what. Okay. Whether it's new characters, older characters, every character is good in the hard content of Genshin. And then what I like is that gives you more freedom to build teams in Genshin, right? Like you have so many options, so many different characters to try different teams, do different things, and be like, yeah, oh shit, this team is fun. This team is actually good. Star Rail not so much, because you can't really do that like in Star Rail. It's like you're very limited when it comes to like being able really play around with different teams. Like yeah, you can make it work, but it's not going to be as good as you want it to be. Like I said, this is just my opinion on like Star Rail. I like Star Rail. I definitely enjoyed the game. I definitely like the story. When it comes when it comes to story wise, I like Star Rail. It's a close one. When I put Genshin story next to Star Rail, Star Rail story does some things better than Genshin. But Genshin there's some things that Genshin has done better when it comes story wise. So it's hard to say. For me, they are both good. Like I like them better. I like both of them. 2.5 story was phenomenal. Like you weren't there yesterday. You missed, like I talked about 2.5 story. Like 2.5 story was so good that it was like, yeah. And they did kind of like, this is where I feel like Star Rail story is a little more darker in a sense than Genshin, because Genshin's story when it first started was more lighthearted. It's not as dark, right? But Star Rail story is more a little darker and a more mature. I never thought that, like, Acheron was my favorite character, but Fei Xiao is now my favorite character. Like in Star Rail, Fei Xiao has taken Acheron's spot as my favorite character. And we all know that, like, Acheron is a emanator, right? Emanator of nightality. And how you become an emanator is by being blessed by the Aeons, right? Like an Aeon has to gaze upon you and bless you. So basically that's basically how Acheron is an emanator, because the nightality Aeon blessed her, gave Acheron a part of its power, making her the emanator for nightality. If you play 2.5 story, well, Lan, who is the Aeon of the hunt, gazed upon in the cutscene between when Fei Xiao was in her mindscape, right before she fights Hu Lei. Lan gazed upon Fei Xiao and blessed her. Now, they didn't really
そのよう
answer
に
this.
私の瞳をじっと見つめ
Does
るの
that
はやめた方
mean
がい
that
い。
Fei Xiao is an
何を見
emanator
てし
now?
まうとも限らない。
So there's not a clear answer on that, because when an Aeon acknowledges you or gazes upon you and see your strength, well, does that mean that they were blessed by the Aeon? Does that mean they are now an emanator? So it's not really stated on that, you know. Like I know there's some other people that talked about it, but I kind of want to know about that. I would like a clear answer on that. So like, there's parts of, like, I like Genshin's story, but then I like Star Rail's story, and I can't say that one is better than the other because they both have their good moments. They both are great in their own way. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to collect 45 of this shit? Bruh. I gotta collect 45. Now, in both Genshin and Star Rail, when it comes to farming, I hate farming. When it comes to farming, like artifacts or relics or whatever you want to call it in Genshin and Star Rail, I'm just gonna say gear. When it comes to farming gear, it's the worst thing ever. Like, to this day, my Acheron is still running subpar stats, like mediocre stats to this very day. You know why? Because I can't get good artifacts. Heck, even in Genshin, some of my characters are kind of running mediocre artifacts because, well, my luck in artifacts or gear is kind of trash, and so if I can say one thing I hate is farming. Am I going the right way? Okay. I am. So I gotta collect 45. You know how annoying that is? Okay. I'm gonna put on another character here. Take her off for a second. So I can just travel a little bit faster.
リフトあら、どちら様かしら。痛がっちゃいないの。急がなくてもいいのよ。
I gotta find where these are at.
はいはい。
Telling me I gotta like collect 4. See, this is what I mean. Like this is also another part I hate farming. Be like, oh yeah, you gotta collect like what 45 of this shit. Be like, for real? Like look at this. I need 44. No, 41. Yeah, I need 41. Hey. Alright, I see a couple here. No, I thought that was a couple. I guess not. Okay. Okay. This way. It's so silent. So silent. Okay, they were right here. So now to the next area. The heck was that? I don't know why that looks like a penguin.
急がなくてもいいのよ。
Like that legitimately looked like a penguin.
よし。産卵摂取第2、言葉なき手がかり。
Shit. I didn't mean to do that.
それ。急がなくてもいいのよ。よし。急が、それ。よし。
落ちちゃったよ。早く拾って。自分の方は落ちてないといいんだけど。いいものは箱の一番底にか。
Okay, so it says it's near here. Like, where at? Like I'm looking on the map here. It says in this general location, right? Unless.
出発。
Maybe it's up here? I could be wrong. Or maybe it's not up here. Wait. Okay, it looks like there's some. I'm seeing. Okay, I see some up here. Thank you for joining me. Hi. Welcome. Glad to have you. Okay, there was some up here.
サーフボード貸そうか。はっ。ドリフトーン。
Thank you for joining. I am bored. You know, I can understand that. Sometimes, you know, I feel the same way. Sometimes I'll like be bored and be like, okay, what to do? And so I'm sitting there just being like, being bored and thinking to myself, what can I do? I've been there. I understand the feeling. Well, I appreciate you like being here. I guess I got your the boredom to thank.
加速するよ。
There was somebody else here. There was somebody else here. My friend. I don't know where he went, but yeah, there was somebody else here. Yes, just feel free to talk about anything. You know, like if there's anything you want to ask me, feel free to ask. Yeah, like I be hitting those jumps. I'm up here because I'm just looking for, well, I'm looking for some flowers or something, and currently it's just a pain in the ass. So okay, it must be all the way down, right? It has to be all the way down. So is that a world quest? That is a world quest.
サーフボード貸そうか。出発。
Maybe if I go down here. Will I survive? I did survive. Okay, that's so crazy.
加速するよ。
So it must be all the way at the top.
どの目が出るかしら。管理します。
はいはーい。はっや
貫こう。はっさそさふっふっそ
I got to go, so I'll be back in. How long are you going to stream? Usually I stream. Depends. Sometimes I'll stream for an hour. Sometimes I'll stream for 2. Sometimes 3. It's usually a max between like an hour to 3 hours.
悪くない収穫だね。やっはっふっへい
It just like really depends on how I feel. So I probably will be streaming a little bit longer. There's only been an hour, so if I usually like, if I'm still here, it's because, well, I most likely am going to be streaming longer. Well, I will see you, Chelsea. I may still be here. Let's go this way. Now, I am going all over. back this way.
我々は
Okay, that will actually happen.
戦ったりしない。
却下する。
再構成します。
はいはいサーフボード貸そうか。
我に光を捕まえた。せはっ糸よ工作せよ。
よっやっはっ悪くない収穫だね。
Okay. Is there more? That can't be all of them, right? I had to switch my account to my Switch, so now I can watch on a bigger screen. Ah, nice, nice.
サーフボード貸そうか。いくよ。
貫こう。
はいはいラブラブ差別アタック。
管理します。
続きと行こう。はっとここより登る。権限
清掃を開始します。霧となって散りなさい。どの目が出るかし
注目君にそっちあれ。
この瞬間の喜びを覚えておく。
38. You know what? I'm not going on. What I do need to do is I need to farm her talent. But can I do that? That's the real question. Is the domain available? I hate that. Okay, so it's not even available. That sucks. Okay, so I guess back to trying to find what? I wonder. Unless I got all of them. Well. Yeah, I may have just gotten all of them, so I may have to just wait. So I guess for now we'll just continue with the exploring. I know there was a world quest somewhere. Where was that world quest? I swear there was another one though. I guess we'll just go do this one. Oh, it's all the way up there. Shit. Won't be chatting for a bit because playing game while watching. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, it's this world quest. Okay. It's this one.
捕まえた。
はいはーい。えへっはいはーい。ウェーブザブーン加速するよ。
糸よ工作せよ。
No, thank you very much. That's yeah. He doesn't want to fight. Okay. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours, and I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired. So Chelsea, I appreciate you joining and watching. Hopefully, it wasn't too boring. Um, I tried to make it as fun as I can. I tried to be, you know, talkative and just chat. So hopefully it wasn't boring. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death. I appreciate you joining me. Um, and if you like it, well, subscribe. I do try to stream every day. There probably will be days where I don't stream, but I try to stream consistently at least. So thank you again, and have a good. I don't know what time it is there. For me, it's nighttime. It's 11 o'clock. So yeah, it's it's night. So peace out.